All right, you Machiavellian calculating piece of work there. This video is going to be about how to get into your ex's head, but we're going to be doing this from a place of pure authenticity and honesty rather than mind games and reverse psychology and all of that, shady BS out there that, let's be honest, is not going to set you up for a great relationship. I mean, if you want to get back together and then crash and burn in like 3 weeks, then okay, fine, you do that. But if you want to actually have an adult relationship, let's go ahead and get into that in this video. Welcome back, it's Clay with modernlove.life. So how is it you actually get into your ex's head in an emotionally honest kind of way? Well, the first thing that you want to do is to get out of your head. Now again, I get it. There's so much advice out there on the internet and in the world and everywhere that says, oh, you need to know your love language and you need to know their love language and you need to know your attachment style and their attachment style and your Myers-Briggs personality type and their Myers-Briggs personality type and your Enneagram and their Enneagram, and you need to know the secret language of men and the secret language of women and all of this sorts of stuff, right? And somehow you need to pull all of this together and watch everything that they're doing and watch every move that they make and read between every line of text that they send you and every emoji and all of that. And then you'll be able to analyze them to such a perfect degree that you will then get back together? I don't know. But the point is that all of these things are pulling you out of the present moment. They're pulling your attention out of the present moment and putting it into your own head where you're busy watching them. What was that body language? Why did you cross your legs? You were 10 minutes late. Was that a way of trying to, get power over me, get the upper hand? I don't know. Maybe you really were lost in traffic, but wait, it's the middle of the day. There's no rush hour right now. And all this sort of stuff, right? And this is pulling you out of the present moment. Because the more that you do this, the more you're in your own head. And the more that you're in your own head, the less you're going to be there to actually connect with them and to create a bond with them that's going to leave them thinking about you, wanting more of you, and trying to go out of their way to bring you back into their life. So as much as it may be tempting to analyze them and play armchair psychologist and everything like that, it's not going to help you as much as being in the present moment. I want to make that abundantly clear, okay? The next thing here is, if you're not supposed to do that, what should you be doing, right? The secret is that you want to be focusing in on their emotional connection with you. Now, this doesn't mean analyzing everything that they do to try to guess how they're feeling or anything like that. But what it really means is saying like, okay, I'm a human and I've basically felt every emotion that a human can feel in my life. And you're a human, and likewise, you've probably also felt every emotion that a human can feel in a human's life. That means we already have a lot in common, which means I can kind of piece together, by using something called empathy, how to imagine how you might feel and to kind of meet you there in that emotional place. And when that happens, you're able to tune into the present moment and say, hey, this actually feels good, how we're connecting, or this feels a little bit awkward, or this feels a little bit strange, or whatever. And through this, you're going to be able to create an emotional connection. You don't have to know their attachment style. You don't have to know if they're, borderline personality disorder or clinically depressed, or if they're a narcissist, or if their attachment style is this, or if their personality style is that, or if they scored this on some, quiz on, Quizzilla or something like that. You can just be with them as a person and just connect with them as a person. And that's going to take you so much farther. Really, it is. You don't have to spend all of this time overanalyzing things if you're just willing to be present and understand emotions. By the way, if you like this video, if it's resonating with you, if it's hitting home with you, hit the thumbs up button for the old YouTube algorithm and do a guy a favor. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, and drop me a kind word down below. It helps me out with my self-esteem, or at least with the YouTube algorithm, okay? Anyway, all of these things are totally free ways to support this channel. But with that being said, the next thing that you can do to kind of get into your ex's mind is to know your own values and to have boundaries, right? Having that strong emotional connection is really powerful because you're going to be able to connect with them in probably a deeper way than most people are able to connect with them these days for, all the technological reasons that I, made a different video about. But that's going to help you get into their mind for sure. But I want to make it also clear that I don't want you to be a doormat and just let them walk all over you or anything like that, which is why having your values and your boundaries in place is going to be super helpful, okay? So you have to know what you're okay with and what you're not okay with. Like if they want to sleep with you or something, is that something that you feel okay with? So for example, if they want to sleep with you, is that something that you feel okay with given your current situation? Maybe it is. Maybe it's not, but this is a value that you have to be willing to enforce and a boundary that you have to be willing to enforce as well too. This is going to help them get to know you, where you're at, and what is comfortable and okay with you. They're not going to be able to really connect with you if they don't know where you stand on things, which is why it's very important for you to have values, to communicate those values, to transparently express who you are and what you're all about, and to, when necessary, enforce certain boundaries. This is going to really help them to say, hey, this is someone who isn't just going to let me walk all over them. This is someone who's going to be open and straightforward with me, and it's going to be someone who they're going to have a hard time to just get out of their head. So you're going to really be able to get into their head this way with being totally honest and straightforward and direct and to the point with all of these things. And the next thing is to be lovingly detached from outcome. Now, by being detached, I don't mean to be emotionally numb the way that a lot of people seem to aspire to be these days. People want to say like, yeah, I don't care anything about my ex. I never cared about you at all, but deep down inside, they're like, oh gosh, I hope you text me back, right? It's like, I'm not trying to tell you to put on some mask of being emotionally numb, but instead what I'm saying is to have a preference in things, but to be emotionally detached, to know that you're going to be okay whether things go your way or whether they don't go your way. We've talked a lot about this over the past few months as I've been going through all kinds of things with my mother's health. If you've been watching these videos, you know that she had a stroke and a heart attack. And then also now, my sister-in-law, my wife's sister, came down with cancer. And so that's a big drama thing going on for us right now as well too. And it's causing me to really learn how to have emotional detachment in a much deeper sort of way. But even when it comes to something like a relationship or a breakup, you can have a preference, but also teach yourself emotionally deep down that you're going to be okay no matter what happens, but still have a preference, right? And that is going to be a very powerful thing for them because it's going to let them know that you aren't going to be emotionally swayed or maybe manipulated the way that other people might. Okay, and that's going to really get in their head, again, in a positive sort of way. And then the next thing is to just really go after what you want in your own life 100%. What's the one thing that attractive people have in common? It's that they're going somewhere in life. It's that they're doing something. It doesn't have to be them succeeding or conquering the world or anything like that. But if they're going somewhere and they're trying and striving and doing something that's important for them, that's an attractive quality because they're living aligned with their values and they're going after it, right? They're not just hanging out or waiting for you to decide or just going with the flow or anything like that. They're trying to do something meaningful. And if you can step into that, no matter what it is that's important to you, start that business, book the ticket to travel somewhere, get in shape, get fit, go after whatever it is that you want to do, create that group in your community or whatever. That's going to send a strong message that, hey, I'm someone who's going after what I want in life. I'm not someone who's just going to sit here on the sidelines. And that's going to be a huge motivator to make someone stop and pay attention to you and to never forget you, because so many people are just going through life just trying to get to the weekend and just, relax because they hate their job and just, numb and sedate themselves on the weekend and then just get on the hamster wheel again on Monday, right? But that's not you because you're going to be doing this, right? You're going to be aligning yourself with what's important to you and living a life of meaning and purpose for yourself. So if you really want to get in your ex's head, the most important thing that you can do is to connect on an emotional level. That's kind of our expertise here at modernlove.life. So what I want you to do next is to go and check out this video series over here on advanced relational skills. This will help you to really create a powerful and unshakable emotional connection. Go ahead and check it out there in that video card over there. Anyway, take care, and I'll talk to you in the next video.